How's it going, everybody? My name is Jack. I'm a commercial pilot and flight instructor, and in today's Foreflight video, we're going to go through something that has been mentioned at Oshkosh, because that's what's happening this week, but more so what's going to really change the way the Foreflight app itself is going to be reworked. And I haven't seen any videos on this yet, but I watched some of the actual Oshkosh videos and the talks on it, and I think this is something you're going to want to know about. So let's get right into the video. I'm Jack, a commercial pilot in CFI. Flying has always been a passion of mine, and I love being able to share that experience as a pilot and instructor for those who are curious about soaring through the sky. I hope you enjoy today's video, that you fasten your seatbelt, and that you enjoy the ride. All right, so I'm online here, right? I looked up Foreflight Marketplace because this is what it's called. It's a new integration that they're going to try and equip all the people who have the app, because the theme that they're really going with this is there's a lot of things that they can do with the EFB that they have flight-wise, but they're trying to integrate now to where it's more so like a marketplace where people can actually connect and actually go to events and go hang out, right? Foreflight already has the Discovery tab, which I'll kind of show you on the actual settings there. The Discovery tab is basically getting you the ideas of where you could go or what you could do with certain things. But now with the actual website here, they're making a marketplace. And this is kind of what it looks like here, right? You have a marketplace for CFIs, right? I'm on my website here, right? This is kind of where me as an instructor has it. But what you can do here is when they release this, you can put your information as a CFI on here. And then people in your area can look up airport codes and see who's actually there, right? It's kind of like the FBO tab, where when you look at the FBOs in Foreflight and you see what services are there, this is now going to show you where people are and what people are doing there as instructors or as pilots. This thing will definitely change the game of how Foreflight's going to be used, because I think that people have built databases in the past, with their specific websites, to try and get CFI's jobs. There's a couple of guys out there that have done that. But I think the difference between those independent databases and this one is everybody uses this, and everybody would rather have it at their fingertips than trying to use their hands to grab it. You know what I mean? Why try and grab something when you already have it in your grasp? So that's kind of where they're building this marketplace. And this thing is definitely going to change the game for CFIs. And I kind of will get that into it in a second. So we'll go onto the website and I'll kind of show you what this looks like. But the CFI Marketplace is what it's called. You essentially can create a profile. So right now it is live. You can create yourself a CFI profile. This profile will only display you. It'll display whatever you want. It can display your schedule. It can display all the things you want people to know about you, what airplanes you've flown. It's kind of nice in that respect. But it's not live fully yet, meaning no one else can go find you. It's basically here to get you set up to when it does go live, you're all ready to go. And this is kind of what it looks like. You can show your statuses as a CFI IMEI, what you do for, training wise, the airplanes you have experience with, your rate, your schedule, how you can contact the CFI. And it's really cool with how this works, because you can build your profile, then you choose what you want to do. Then people can match and then accept requests for people on how you can actually fly. And this is something they explained at Oshkosh, where they want to unite the aviation group and they want to try and get more people integrated into how the app can work outside of just the EFB. So this is something that is going to be very cool in the future when they actually make this. And I'm curious to see how it'll actually work when this thing comes out. So I'll do kind of another video when they actually launch it and how to actually use it. But for CFIs, this is kind of how you get into it. And now for the student pilots and someone who's wanting to look and see, there's a lot of different things here with these frequently asked questions. They didn't really answer much about what's going to happen when they go live, but what they did say is that it's going to be similar to basically looking on Facebook Marketplace, where you're trying to look for someone to help you do something. Same thing with this, right? You can basically look and see what CFI you want to do based on whatever schedule they got in the rate. And that's kind of the nice thing about it, where you can just, instead of having to actually call phone numbers or search for people's information online, you can just go to Foreflight on your EFB and just look and see who's there. So I think this is going to be a game changer. This is going to be a game changer in that respect for you student pilots who already use this. All right, so the last kind of basic thing that I'll go through with this video is how to actually do it. So right now I'm in my Foreflight account on my website here, right? You can see Marketplace, you can see all the things. When you actually go into this, right, this is how you create it. You first create your display name. So whatever you want to put it as, you can put it however you want to be displayed. Your certificate number, whatever your certificate number is for your flight instructor rating. The email you want people to contact with. That's what people are going to see in this little bubble on the right here with contact me. Your phone number, optional if people want to text you. The city and the state you're in, that's pretty important. Then the airports. This is the very key thing with this database. You can add up to 10 airports that you want to be listed at. Doesn't mean you have an airplane there. More so, you can just put an airport there that you can go to and drive to within a certain distance, and you can then instruct out of there based on what this database says. So if someone owns an airplane there and you want to list yourself saying, hey, I could go here, that's exactly what this database is for, which is really cool. Then I left these things filled in just because you're not going to care what these things are. I have a CFI and double I, right? You have flight instructors, 141, 61, or dependent. If you flight instructor Department 141, check that. If you flight 61, check that. Independent CFI, same thing. You can check all that. Then you can put whatever you want to put in here. And these are where the specialties are. So you can put in all the different things that you want, which is kind of nice. So you could realistically put in all the things that you want in here, which is kind of cool. So that would be pretty nice. And then aircraft experience. How you do this is you just look up for the type code with the airplane that you have experience with and how you can actually find it. So that's kind of where that works and how that makes sense. So that's kind of one of those things where you just kind of got to look up the type code and then you can see in there how it all works, which is cool. Then your instructor ratings, you go down here, check which ones you got, makes it easy. Then the schedule, so that'll show up on this side here as well, where you can see kind of like all the different times you're available, and it'll give you different circles. And then this is probably something you'd want to do. I put a biography in here. The biography has 1,000 characters. Me personally, I wouldn't do more than like 300 because that's all the people are really going to see on the side there is really like the first 100 characters. So make it short and make it sweet if you want to stand out. And then instructor details, you can kind of put whatever details you want for your rate. It really doesn't matter. I don't even know how high this thing goes up. I guess there's no no limit. You can go $9,999. Probably go more if you wanted to, which is kind of funny. But what I'm trying to say is all these details you put in here, they're going to be on the right here. And that's going to be something you will have to figure out for yourself, whether you're already out of flight school or you want to just kind of set up as an independent CFI. This is going to be huge for both CFIs and student pilots. And this is something that if you haven't seen or thought about doing yet because you've never heard of it, get on the train now before it launches, so then you're already there ready to go whenever people start actually getting you access to this information. So yeah, that was a pretty quick video, but this was something that I think you guys want to hear and learn more of, because this is something that hasn't been released yet. And this is something that, as someone who's done research and uses this platform, you should probably know before it goes live. So if you do want to take advantage of this, links down below. Hopefully you get in before it comes out. If you do have any other questions too about it, feel free to drop a comment. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. And then that's about it for this topic. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate that. You can also check out other places that I am on the web as well. Both my Instagram and my website are up there if you want to go check out those. They're also linked down below. And then finally, I also am releasing a couple more things here this next month on this channel, so we'll see how that goes. But stick around, turn that like button on. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video so you can see the other ones coming out. With that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you get on the hype train with this. See ya.